Okay, so we are now going to bump this up just a little bit. You'll notice that, so we're still focusing on solving for a variable. So if we just look at number 5 here, take a second to write this down. So if you need to pause it, you can, but I'm going to talk for a little bit so you have time. All right, your variable is in your exponent, okay? So when the variable is in the exponent, that's an indication that you're either going to get common bases to solve, or you're going to have to take the log of both sides. So if you're going to have to take the log of both sides, then you need to make sure that you get that thing that has the exponent with a variable by itself. So that means that I need to get this to be by itself. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of the 9.8 by adding it to both sides. Okay, so I'm going to still have 15 raised to the n minus 9 power equals, then we add those together, we get 49.8. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now because I've got my variable and my exponent by itself with this number here, I can't take common bases, so I'm going to take the log of both sides, just like we were doing before. Okay, so when I take the log of both sides, that allows the n minus 9 to move to the front here based on that power property. And now we have 49.8. Okay, so we have the log of both sides. So this is in parentheses. These are kind of together. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add that 9 to get it to the other side. So the goal is to still solve for n. So we're going to divide by log of 15 because this means n minus 9, all of that times log of 15. So since we're multiplying here, we're going to divide by log of 15. Okay, so here's what I do with my calculator. So I'm going to take my calculator. Okay, again, you could use your phone or something like that, but a calculator, a math calculator, is really important, especially at this level of math. So please make sure if you don't have a calculator, get one. So I'm going to do the log of 49.8, close it up, equals, and then I'm going to divide by log of 15 equals. Now I'm going to leave this in my calculator because we really want to get to the closest number possible. And so then the last thing I'm going to do, so really what this means is that we have an n minus 9 equals this number, 443110243. All right, and then I'm going to add 9. And when I add 9, this is what I get, okay? Now I want to round, I think in the textbook it wants you to round to the 4th decimal place. So tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10 thousandths. Whoops, sorry about that. So that would be my answer there, okay? Just rounded to the 10 thousandths place. All right, so let's look at one more problem like this. So it looks intimidating when you first look at it. But if you kind of just say, okay, well, I need to get this by itself first because that's the number raised to a power with my r in it. So I'm going to subtract 4 first. So 19 raised to the 5r minus 5 equals 80.5. Okay. Now I can take the log of both sides. So as you start to do this, you might do like a little like boop. Log here, move this forward. So now I'll rewrite it. All of that is together. Log of 19 equals log of 80.5. All right, so now we need to, so it's this times this. So to get rid of this piece right here, we're going to divide. So divide by log of 19. We get 5r minus 5 equals, okay, so now we're going to start using the calculator. So let me see if I can get this to have both of them on there. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do log of 80.5 divided by, I'll do equals, and then divided by log 19 equals. Okay, so you can write this down here now. You could still, I could write this down here, but again, I'm going to put everything in the calculator as much as possible. So think of what you would do. I would add 5. So I have to add 5 to this. Then I'd get 5r. And so whatever that number is, I'm going to divide by 5. So I'm going to add 5 equals. I always push equals in between to make sure I'm really making sure I'm getting the correct answer. And then I'm going to divide by 5. Equals. So r equals 1.298, and then we're going to round it to 1 because we have that 7 there. So I'm rounding to the nearest tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. The nearest 10,000ths allows us to, makes us move this to a 1 because of that 7. So there we go. All right, see if you can do the last couple ones. They're not as difficult as these, so I think you guys will be fine. And we will come and talk about these problems next class period.